So I thought today, because I'm pinching this Douglas fir, that I will take you guys along with me, kind of my thought process and how I go about pinching these and why I pinch as I'm going through. This one, the shape of the buds coming out is a little different than my other Douglas firs. This has a more um, tubular kind of growth. Not quite like my other Douglas firs, but this one has always been like that. And yeah, I'll bring you a little bit closer, show you what we're going to do. So on this right side, you'll notice that the branch, this is the first branch, the dominant branch, is almost even with the branch above it. So automatically I know I will be pinching here and probably leaving this bottom one alone. This one I'll let extend out, and if I want short growth, I'll prune when the growth is still soft. I know they say not to do that, but it will keep these guys small. Where I need to develop, I will let it harden off, and then I'll prune back to buds. But so I know I'm going to pinch here, and I do that same process as I'm going up. So if you look, if you go up here, is prime for pinching because it's over the one beneath it quite a bit. It actually overshadows it. So this one needs to be pushed back. So I will also keep in mind this one in correlation to this one. So this one is getting pinched, and by doing that, this one is longer, but this one needs to be shorter than this one. And I just kind of take one branch at a time, and that's pretty much how I approach it. So let's do it. This is going to be a bit tricky with my camera right there. I generally like to hold in my left, pinch with my right. So holding the base of the bud, smoothing out to the tip, and grabbing a hold just of the tip, and holding with your left hand, just pull. And that's pretty good for an otherwise finicky tree, the way it presents its buds. This one will be a little tricky, and it's a little weak. We can try. The problem with this one is it's always been a little strange. Its needles always come out roughly the same versus tapering off to a blunt point, which most of my Douglas firs do. So kind of tricky to get this guy by hand. And actually this one's a little too young, so I'm not going to do that. But I will turn and assess the other ones. This one looks like it'll be fairly easy. So we'll do this one too. This is outside of the line of the branch beneath it. So I'm pushing back this branch. So just a few needles on the end. That's not too bad. So we will go around and we'll look. All of this is outside of this one on the bottom. So actually this needs to be pinched as well. And the reason I do this is because I'm kind of trying to get a feel for what I'm pinching, because a lot of those needles they're right there. So you can easily take off half or more if you're just grabbing just a little bit. It's not too bad. Not too bad. This one is too small, perhaps too weak, so we won't do that. But this whole branch above this bottom branch is kind of taken over. And I see some wire down here that I gotta fix. This branch is dead. This did get repotted, and I'm not scared of the repot situation. So this one is, oh, you can't see it. There's that one. Way outside of the bottom branch again. But this one back here is not open enough to attempt the pinching, so we'll have to come back a couple times to do this. I wish I could show you the other ones because the buds are set up a little bit easier. And some of the wire is off on this, so it's probably not the best time to be fixing it, but I don't want to lose the opportunity for it to set. But there is always fall, so this could probably go for a pinch. This one is perhaps a bit too early, but I think we can go for it. And when you're not successful when you do this, and you try to get that tip, and you dedicate yourself and you go for it, if you don't get it, you'll know because you'll just rip needles. And then you'll go in there and try to do it again, and you'll just really mess up the needles that come out. This one is not giving me a really defined tip. I think we can get it. Took a bit much, but I think that worked out. That felt like more than 50% to me. That was quite aggressive. So this one, and this is just even with the bottom branch, but still want it to be shorter. Still see the bud sheathing on there. I think we can get it. Yeah, a little aggressive, and I did rip some needles down there. Same thing here. It's overshadowing that. That was pretty nice. So we have like this one, which I'll probably pinch that one, but notice this interior one. That one is not going to be pinched. That will be pruned. So I'll let that elongate, and that will be a pruning candidate. Because it's weak and it's more on the interior. Yeah, I see my wire and stuff messed up in here. I'll have to come in here and try to rectify that, but yeah, we have orientation issues. Now this bud right here is actually the next branch up, so you got your first, second, third levels. This is actually conforming to being behind the one underneath it, but I pinched this, and this will grow out. So I have to consider, should I leave it? Or should I pinch it? I'm gonna say leave it. We can always prune. You can prune when it's still fairly semi hardened off, which is a energy negative to prune at that time. But let's see. And if you notice in here, tilt you up a little bit. See what we got going on in there. All different kinds of stuff, and most of those buds are not set up for anything good, so those will probably go because they're just structural flaws, like that one. I mean, there's nothing there that is usable, but sometimes we have nice setups. Like that guy there too. So I'm going to bring you back out and show you what's going on. It won't be very dramatic. You won't notice that much, but so you probably can't tell that I did much pinching on this side, but the magic will be apparent when this grows out and this is given all of the non-restriction and this is being restricted. So you will see a difference after it grows. And I'll pretty much just go through like that. You know, I have situations here, longer, bottom, back, behind that one. So I don't necessarily have to pinch that. If I do, I'll pinch this one, leave the interior. Situations right here, like this one up here is longer, so pinch. This one right here, see how it's got plenty of the bottom one coming out. So this one will not get pinched. This is a pruning situation. So no pinch. I got all kinds of things going on with my wire. Yeah, I gotta be very careful. It's actually not good. Better. Okay, so this one right here is about, well, actually it's a little further out than this, so this will probably get pinched. This one is behind the one below it, so this probably will not get pinched, but will get pruned. Pinching if I can right here. Perhaps pinch right there, but not right there. This one up here, probably pinch that. Give energy, dump that auxin back to that bud, that interior bud right there. And we have this situation, which looks like a hard prune situation. So this is outside of the silhouette. I want it to be further back. So I'll probably let this branch grow and hopefully I will get bud set up in the back, which I already have. You can see I have that one and that one. Particularly that one is nice. I wish I had one more. I wish I had one back there, but yeah, in the apex situation, that's usable. Maybe that one out front, but I might take that because it's kind of, no, I might save that. I think I can wire that out to the front. The whole crown will probably get pinched just to keep it in check, unless it's developing. So yeah, and anything that's in the wrong place, branches like this one, it's not in a good place. Really not much to do for it until fall wiring, where this one can go over here if I need it to be. Saving this as an option because it's actually two at the same point at the trunk, which technically I can break rules like that because it's a conifer, but still it would be nice to have one on the trunk right there and fill out this area. This is kind of a bald spot right there. But yeah, I'll just go through and assess each of these buds coming out and pinch, come back at a different day, pinch again. And yeah, it's definitely an energy negative, so you're putting your tree back a little bit, but that's really the only way to reach refinement. So yeah, I wish I can get in here with wire and rectify some of this stuff, but I'll just end up doing more damage than good. I can do a little bit. So yeah, I won't take you through the whole process because it's gonna take me a while to really think each branch out. Because you only have, you only have this time to really think about what you're doing. Because once this extends out, you won't be able to pinch anymore. You'll have to fall back on your pruning. So yeah, this Douglas fir has come a long way. This used to be quite a tiny guy, and definitely not as rambunctious as this. So